Wednesday was a shocking upset at the buzzer against the Detroit Pistons and Saddiq Bey, but I wanted to make a three-part series breaking down Draymond Green's defensive highlights of the NBA season so far. Hope you guys enjoyed my analysis of one of the greatest defensive players of all time, so let's get right into it. In today's league, we focus so much on scoring, but it's the little things on defense that make champions. Draymond's 6'7" body highlights his ability to play perimeter defense whether on a switch, a hedge, a drop, or a double. And here in the blowout against the Clippers, we have a highlight for Norman Powell to go to his strong right hand. I would imagine the game plan was to not double him since he's not like he's Paul George, but Dre's ability to catch the ball handler off guard with this immediate trap allows him to get a clean reach of the steal with his right hand since Powell was most likely not assuming this trap. Plus, he has little area to go as his reach is very close to the sideline as well. And this double team along with another great defender in Wiggins leads to a fast break bucket. On a one-on-one against Şengün, Dre's ability to stay on the ground with great lower body position, even though he's losing a few inches here, allows him to play straight up without any of the other four Warriors needing to help him. When this leads to nothing and kicks it out, KG Martin was able to smartly beat Steph off the catch after his reach, but Green has a knack for being able to recognize this immediately and be the next man to rotate over. Knowing KJ Martin is a high flyer, Dre knows he has no chance of blocking this shot or dunk, but instead plays the rule of verticality here to absorb all the contact towards his torso. This clean defensive play blocks KJ's straight line drive to the rim as he is unable to finesse his way around. Not only that, Dre was able to grab the loose ball and makes a slick pass to Steph in transition that leads to a Wiggins bucket. This was a really good one against the Jazz. Vanderbilt has the ball up top after receiving it from Markkanen, who then pretends to make a down screen into a potential pistol action involving Colin Sexton. I want you guys to recognize Dre's position here on the strong side corner, where he's covering Kelly Olynyk, who's strategically placed there as a pretty good three-point shooter. The goal is to get Dre to stay as close to him as far away from help position as possible, and even though Green realizes this, when Markkanen was able to slip the screen and back cut straight to the rim past Andrew Wiggins, Draymond's ability to see this play a second in advance allows him to get into help position as the low man very early. The pass by Vanderbilt was far from Wiggins' reach, but Dre sees that the whole way and leads to another transition dunk. Against the New York Knicks, you have a great ball handler and offensive initiator in Jalen Brunson, who's covered by the Warriors' best on-ball defender, Andrew Wiggins. When he seems like he's about to receive a pick, Brunson is shifty enough to reject this screen and catch Wiggins flat-footed to burst past him. Dre, who's initially covering the roll man in Sims and was probably coming up to show on this pick, immediately leaves the non-perimeter threat that is Sims to focus on Jalen Brunson, eventually switching up on this drive. This is where it's tough for Brunson to be pretty much 6'1", as both Dre and Wiggins have their arm up, disrupting Brunson's vision and space. He tries to Euro step Green, but look at his hands up the whole time, avoiding a potential stupid reach and foul, knowing that this shot percentage is already low and no need to bail him out. But at the last second when Brunson's layup is at his apex, Dre tips his hand to get this block shot and magically holds on to the rebound as well. Shout out to Wiggins' motor here for a coast-to-coast fast break layup again. This might be my favorite clip so far. Zach LaVine is known as a scorer and a slasher, and here he's going to beat Steph off the dribble using his size and strength, even though Steph has his arms straight up. As the weak side low man, Draymond immediately comes to help double and uses both his arms and the baseline as an extra defender, and jumps in the air out of bounds to essentially make this corner pass super difficult for LaVine. This luckily stays inbound, and now it's a highlight of the Warriors' rotations. The ball gets to Dragic, who swings it to DeMar, and Looney makes a rotation, but Draymond is so intelligent that he comes back into the play from out of bounds and immediately becomes the help on the drive, just in case DeMar gets by him. The ball is then swung to Vucevic, where Wiggins makes a correct rotation, leaving Caruso all by himself on the right wing. However, Green is able to go sprint all the way from the weak side left block, realize the rotation has already been made to Vucevic, and change directions to get a hand up and block an otherwise wide open three-point shot. That is absolutely incredible awareness and change in direction. The original death lineup included Draymond at the 5 in a relatively short frame of 6'7", and as we all know, this versatility changed the NBA. Traditional centers like Poto, who is half a foot taller, cannot abuse this height advantage due to Draymond's low center of gravity and IQ. I really want to know the points per possession on single coverage post-ups against Dre, but look at his left arm behind the player's back and a strong right hand straight up in a legal stance. Even though Dre bites on the shot fake, which usually would lead to an easy foul call, he avoids his body from making too much contact with the offensive player. And before Poto can even go up and try to draw the contact into a foul, Draymond kind of sucks in his belly to avoid this contact and has his straight right arm in a clean swipe of the ball that leads to a steal. The positioning and timing is just on a different level for Draymond. There you guys have it. I wanted to make a part 1 of a quick dive in some of Draymond's defensive highlights of the year so far. The Warriors are floating right above 500 as this video is recorded, despite starting off the year terrible on the road, and the only positive defensively is the consistency of Draymond Green. Green is one of the greatest defensive players of all time due to his strength, versatility, and ability to quickly rotate. In these clips, he was able to show a sudden trap, ability to contest straight up, read passing lanes from the weak side, and block shots altogether. This is unreal in today's NBA where most of the plays are perimeter oriented and traditional defensive big men could be exposed by three-point shooting. There will be at least 2 more videos on my breakdown of Dre's defensive highlights, so I hope you guys like this part 1 and like and subscribe to see more.